do you think it would be like less maybe you would still date the guy, but would it be less attractive and would he be less masculine if he was unwilling to sacrifice his life for his girlfriend, wife, whatever it may be?
Yeah, that's unattractive.
No.
Don't care at all? Okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be less attractive.
Less attractive.
I think it would be less masculine. Actually, I don't know, because like it doesn't make me more masculine that I'm willing to take a bullet for the person that I love, doesn't it?
It was attractive or not attractive, though.
Yeah, does it
not
make
necessarily
him less
masculine or...
attractive to you if
Okay,
he's not
yeah,
willing
sure,
to
it's
do it?
unattractive, but I don't think it's like you should expect it from like the start
Yeah.
of dating.
Less attractive.
I don't know if you heard the question.
Sorry,
or-
what was the question?
Would it be a man who is unwilling to sacrifice his life for you? Would you view him as less attractive or less masculine?
Maybe slightly not fulfilling his role as like a protector, but I don't know. Maybe because I've been independent for so long, I take on that role more myself. So I just don't see it as like a deal breaker. But yes, maybe a little.
I don't see myself ever being in the position to like sacrifice my life for a man. So I feel like it's kind of a double standard to expect him to do that for me if I'm not willing to do it for him. So at the end of the day, like I don't see that as less attractive.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know if we go full into this convo here, if I reveal my position on it.
Do you want to start going through some of the tabs?
Yeah,
YouTube video, tweets.
the tweets are out because, well, you can, yeah. We're not going to do the YouTube video. Was there something else we were going to pull up? I'm trying to remember. Nah. We need to do, well, I mean, on this note, I think it's actually, so if you're a woman and you're like a traditional woman and you want a guy to protect you, I think that's totally valid. But if you're not a traditional woman, you can't be demanding a man to be, you can't be like upset if a guy wouldn't be willing to risk his life, not risk his life for you.
Yeah.
Even if you would do the same for him.
But like, it's crazy to me because like those of you who answered bear, like you'd want your boyfriend to sacrifice his life for you, but y'all pick bear over man?
Well, this is your boyfriend that like you love and like you're devoted to, and if
Not a random man.
Yeah,
Not a
exactly. Not a
random
random man in the
I would
woods.
go as far to say that I would expect a man on a first date to act in that way.
To
Really?
sacrifice
On a
his life
first
for you?
On a
date?
first date.
On a very first
I
date?
would
Hold on, let
expect,
me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me explain a bit further, but I have a follow-up.
like, I would expect a man to step in and be a protector in any scenario.
Even if it means losing his life on the first date.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, let me ask you a question, though. So we heard from her earlier that she went on 30 dates in 1 month time. Sometimes she even went on 2 dates in a day. Now, do you think that a man, knowing that, for example, let's say she went on a date with a guy, it was the lunch date, and that man knew that right afterwards she was going on a dinner date that very night with a different man. Do you think that a man in that situation should sacrifice his life for a woman who's dating multiple other men at the same time?
I don't think it necessarily has to do anything with like a romantic relationship. It's more of a man's role and a man's
So he should do it for a stranger even?
yes.
A man should even sacrifice his life for a total stranger?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. You're in
Okay.
a relationship, right?
Yes.
Your boyfriend, would it be...
I'm so glad I'm not dating donated $200. If I was married to a hormonal, raging, entitled, non-submissive 304. If someone attacked us and it was life or death, I would shoot her in the chest so the attacker didn't have to live with the pain.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
So thank you. I'm so glad I'm not dating. Good to see you in the chat. If you had a boyfriend, you currently have a boyfriend.
Yes.
You've been dating for 1.5 years. You would want, let's say do you want to have children with this guy one day? Let's say you have kids, right? Would you want him to potentially, let's say he saw some conflict going on and he was going to do the heroic thing, try to get involved. He actually ends up dying by trying to break up this conflict. Say it was a woman, he was trying to save a woman. Would that be worse or would that be better or worse for your family for him to go and die, but do the heroic thing?
It would be heartbreaking, but I actually
You would.
am very confident that he would do that.
But you would still. Well, fine. Let's say he would do that.
So
Would
he's
that
in the
be-
service,
Would that
so
be
he
a
would.
well?
That's another point. Like military
Yeah.
people are doing that
He would
every single
100%
day
do
for
that.
strangers.
And that's kind of
Sure.
like the thing. One of the
We're talking
things-
about a different context here, but so that would.
No, we would not be better off without him.
Okay.
That's the answer.
But you would still desire for him to do that?
I think for the protection of someone else, yeah. I think that is a heart level commitment. And
Thank you, Duran.
Huh?
I'm thinking somebody. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would be what would happen, and I know that. And so hopefully, Lord willing, that never happens, but I know that going into our relationship, that's the kind of man that he is, and he
Okay.
would.
So just going
I'm like
back-
accepting that, I'm also accepting him going to fight if he has to for our country, for people who don't give a rip about what he's fighting for. So
Where's your boyfriend deployed? Is he deployed? You said he's in the military.
yeah, he has been.
Where was he? Was he in Afghanistan?
I'm not sharing information
Okay.
about that. But yeah,
Is he really? I mean,
What branch?
is he really defending?
What branch is he in?
I don't
know
think
if I
I-
need to have a military conversation.
Yeah, I don't want to share more information, but he's definitely been in dangerous situations. And
But okay, on the micro level, I absolutely support individual soldiers. On the macro level, frankly, a lot of these wars that we're involved in have absolutely nothing to do with the defense of America or the people of America. We've wasted, I don't know, was it trillions of dollars in the Middle East for what? We were
Yeah.
in Vietnam for what? We were involved in all these conflicts for what? So it's not clear to me, at least in more modern military conflicts, if these men are really protecting.
Well, at least that's the idea that they're
the
given,
nation.
right? That's what
Are they
what they're
protecting the
taught.
nation,
you're in the Air
or
Force?
hold on, or sorry here, Mason,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
or is it in the interest of the oligarchs and the people that have, the military industrial complex who have an interest in, there's financial component.
Yeah, there's.
I think what
making
she was
money
speaking
that
to is
way.
the sentiment
There,
behind it.
and
like
there's
the
so many
intent
things that I
behind
wouldn't
it.
Sure.
say are like
Not the-
amazing about the military, but I do respect so much our country in the way that we are protected in a general sense. I'm not saying it's perfect by any means, and I don't really want to dive deeper into that, but I'm really, really, really grateful.
No, but I think, look, on the micro level, the soldiers, I think they all have good intentions, and that's what they want. They want to protect their nation.